stay myself, I never change. Yeah. Do whatever get you paid. Yeah.
Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different to my cell phone. Still 33 for low. I'ma ride to my dog sitting in jail. He stay lighter on the grass, spin it back, roll. I'm on killer, I'm on dash him, I'm on flat, show. I'm at magic, I'm at polish, let them go. Then it's right back to the when I'm low. Bars never close and we wide open. Kicking flavor with me, neighbor, yeah, we local. Rap the bottom, cause the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum. Real spill, yeah, I'd rather be, yeah. Broke, real, little rich. Fall in love with her, she just wanna be in VIP with it. Don't blame me, oh, they just shake me. Had to get it, how I got it on my phone to me. Don't blame me, I'm what the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me, I'm the same man.
I stay myself, I never change. Yeah. Dirty so they treat me like a stain. Yeah. Do whatever get you paid. Yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Buccaneers lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Panthers, who will need to be stout up front.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Newton on first down. And Olsen over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
And sure consistent. The numbers the last couple of years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. Benjamin, the man in motion left. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down. In motion left is Funchess. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Jameis now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Newton on first down. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now Stewart on first down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 2-yard line now, it's first. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Carry now for Doug Martin. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Easy, easy, easy. Let's go now. Move ready.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Gets it to the rookie from Penn State. It's Chris Godwin. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
first down. Here's the run with Martin. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Again, it's Martin. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Ready? White 25. White 50. Sonic. Ready? Blue 80.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go now. Blue 80. Where's that up?
3rd and long for Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller.
Wake up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
second down. Here's Newton. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Newton gives off to Stewart. And he's got some space here. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. The tight end in motion right. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
To throw on second down is Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Newton. And that is incomplete. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On second down, Winston again. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third down, Winston. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The tight end Olsen in motion. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This is Stewart again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Newton to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Panthers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. In motion left goes a tight end. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Back to the ground now with Stewart. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. Able to push his way through. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Ready. Blue ready.
On 2nd down, Martin. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Ready? Wait, hey, check, Johnny. 3 down. White. Ready? Blue lady. Let her go.
Now Winston. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Ready? Blue light. Hey. Got three. 3 down. Easy. Ready?
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Evans has it left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Ready? 3 down. Nowhere.
Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. Fighting through. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, from the safety of our booth, I think it's okay after that run that I call him still the name that maybe he's not too crazy about. The muscle hamster.
Yeah, his teammates at Boise State called him that. He doesn't like that, though.
He hates that name.
He told us he prefers, and he told the world he prefers Duggernaut.
It's always tough when you come up with your own nickname.
It doesn't stick.
I hope it works for him, but I have my doubts.
We're going muscle hamster here in the booth. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Ready. Blue ready.
Winston now from the 50. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Ready. 3 down. Easy. Ready. Blue ready.
Winston with a give to Martin. What an effort. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's go. 3 down.
First down, Winston. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Ready. Blue ready. 22.
Winston now. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. One receiver to the left is Evans. The play clock's running down. On third down. That's Sims. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
On first down, Newton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw on second down. Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They try to fire up the running game with Martin. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Defense showing blitz. They go play action here on first down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Room here to run. And I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On first down, it's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Time running out here on the play clock.